Agooo, Agooo, Agooo. Nuapa, listen. Nananom say, whatever you're feeling right now is okay. Specifically, the feeling of going back on your word, right? So you are on a journey to tap into yourself, to follow your own lead. And for the most part, you're doing that. The work that you're doing comes from the deepest part of you. You're in the middle of your journey. Okay. But there are moments when you feel doubt. Okay, you doubt yourself. Yes, I dare say it. You don't talk about it, but it's there. You doubt yourself, and that's okay. That's the message. The message is it is okay. And I'll tell you why. Actually, not just the doubts. Okay, I'll say a little bit more about feelings. The things that you feel that you think you had dropped, that you've gone through and dropped, but it keeps coming up, all those things are okay because it is part of the journey. When I say it's part of the journey, I don't mean like, oh, you have to go through this. And when I say it's part of the journey, I mean, when you look at the total of your journey, these moments, the moments when you feel the way that is odd, it doesn't fall in line with who you are or where you're going, those are to put you in situations for you to encounter scenarios that is going to be you will use in the future. So the moments that you go through that you feel like are you shouldn't be feeling, right? Especially those feelings, the feelings when you feel like I shouldn't be feeling this because I'm this and I'm that and I'm that. Don't dismiss those things or don't cover it up. Follow through whatever it is that you need to follow through to get through it. You might seek support, you might get advice from others, you might, whatever you do, which may not be typical for you, do it, right? Do it, but know that whatever it is that you're doing is you're going to be using those moments. So what you will eventually learn is that those moments you encountered because they're supposed to come into play in the future. Like you're supposed to use those moments for other things. Yes, they may have helped to alleviate whatever it is that you were going through to a certain degree. You might even realize as you go through those experiences or after you've gone through those experiences that your breakthroughs or your victories or your coming out of those situations or those emotions, those moods came largely from you, right? After you've gone through all the different hoops and whatever, you come to realize when you've gotten to the end of it, you see that you took yourself through it, but you went through specific experiences. And don't disregard those experiences or don't look down upon them because those were pivotal. Those were moments that were supposed to bring you something very vital. So the message from Nananom is, don't worry. Don't worry. Embrace those feelings, especially those that are not usual for you, because they are there to teach you something. I don't like to use the word they did to teach us. They're there to teach us. They're there to show you something that you will use in the future. It's part of the journey. Those pieces come to fit in place perfectly later and you'll see. So whenever you feel like you're not being yourself, whatever you feel like you're just going through things that are not pleasant. They're just not pleasant and you feel like it's below you, okay, or something. Know that Those are there for you to see something. Those are there for you to catalog some experiences that you will use later. That later you will see how those experiences fit in your journey, in your puzzle. So don't worry. It is okay. It is okay to have those moments. It is okay to follow through with whatever that calls to you to go through, to get through it. Follow that path, because you were supposed to go through that path, because that path is actually something else, right? Something else. It was just, it's like, it's detours that come to make sense later. So don't worry. Don't worry. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like not you. You know who you are deep down, right? But it feels uncomfortable. That's okay. Let it, just know that it's showing you something. So pay attention. Pay attention to whatever you go through during those times, because those you're supposed to use in the future. You're supposed to use everything, but pay attention, because those are really pivotal, because those are highly charged, emotionally charged scenarios, and they stay in your mind. So even if you're not paying attention, it's gonna stick anyway. But just know that that's going to bring you some answers that in the future that will make you sit and laugh about it, because it's what it's supposed to do. So that's the message. That's the message that Nananom bring to you this time. I'm Nananom. I am the Ahooto Whisperer, and I'm here to guide you, to pull you out of your mess. Not a mess. It's not really a mess. I'm here to pull you out of that stupor. It's like, there are times where you fall asleep. You're awake. You're doing things, but there are times when you like doze off a little bit, and that's what I'm here to do, because you need your Ahooto, which is your freedom, your inner freedom, your personal freedom. That's what you have most of the time. Sometimes you don't, and that's where I'm here for. So here you are. I personally invite you to join the awakening, the community. Medaase.